Good afternoon and welcome to Facebook News here live in the Isle of Man with me, Roberto, in our afternoon studio. Now you may remember on Wednesday we were here talking about our northern correspondent Sue Fisher. Now as you can remember, Sue Fisher was actually on the flight coming back to the Isle of Man when then she got diverted back to Gatwick, and here you are. Good afternoon, Sue.
Robert.
Good
How
afternoon.
are you?
I'm very, very well.
Very good.
Sue, tell our viewers what actually happened. Why did you have to get diverted back to Gatwick?
Well, as we came into land, the captain advised us that in order to land he would need 1,000 metres of visibility by law, and there was only 900 metres, so we had to circle for 20 minutes, and then we had another attempt again. Manannan's cloak was in the way, so we couldn't land and we had to be diverted back to Gatwick.
Back to Gatwick, okay.
Yeah.
Now when you were actually on the plane, Sue, being diverted back to Gatwick, what was the atmosphere like on the plane? I mean, were people upset? Were people annoyed?
Yeah, people were upset because some people had actually had 3 attempts at landing.
Right.
And you know, they wanted to get back to their families. There were ladies who had small children on the island and they'd just gone off for a couple of days, and they wanted to get back. So some people booked the next available flight, which was what they offered us, but some people actually went up to Liverpool or Manchester to get other flights or alternative.
And also,
travel.
Sue, as I did tell our viewers, Sue did fly with Easyjet. And Sue, how did Easyjet actually look after you? Did they look after you quite well? I mean, when you got to the airport, did they divert you to the check-in desk? Did they put on hotel accommodation? And the most important thing, because Gatwick is very expensive, did they offer you food, Sue?
Yes, they did all those things.
Really?
We went to the desk to book the next available flight. There was a little bit of sort of negotiating with them, because there were some people on the flight who felt that had they had a spare plane and a spare crew, which I believe they do have, they could have put that on for everyone, but they weren't really that was never an option. So people just booked the next available flights. Some people are still there, stranded.
Now,
because
one of the questions,
just not enough flights.
One of the questions which kind of came into my mind, Sue, was why could you only get back on Thursday? You know, why could you not maybe come back on the Wednesday? I mean, was there a backlog of that?
There was
there?
Because on Monday that people didn't actually land either.
Right.
So all the people from Monday, I think there were between 200 and 300 people stranded at Gatwick. So of course those flights will have been booked as well, so they had to try and fit as many as they could on each flight coming back.
Right.
So we were offered Thursday evening, that was the first available.
Okay, and as you've just mentioned, that you did actually get put up in a hotel, and did they feed you as well?
They did.
Yeah?
Dinner, bed and breakfast for
that's
2 days.
That's absolutely fantastic.
It
well
is.
done, EasyJet.
Well done, EasyJet.
Yes, because
because
as you know, it is like playing to God, really, isn't it? You know, because
it's an act of God in a way. Yes, there's nothing they can do about it. But I think they do have it in their agreement that they have to provide you with accommodation and food for that length of delay.
Yeah.
Because, as I say, it was 2 days.
Now, I'm just getting some news from another person from the Gatwick at the moment. Now, they were saying that there was some kind of a little bit of an uproar when you actually got there. Was somebody somebody like a Dubliner, was that right? And someone was trying to say we must stand together.
Oh yeah, well yes. At the head of the queue, I think someone was trying to negotiate for them to put on another plane.
Yes.
Because I think that they do have one there for emergencies, but whether it's termed as an emergency, I really don't know. But he wanted us to stand together and push for the plane.
Okay.
But a lot of people seem just quite happy to go and book the next flight without making a fuss that they probably wouldn't have got the plane anyway, because it's not termed as an actual emergency.
No. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, you are correct in saying there, Sue, that there are people on standby and there is another plane to bring passengers back to the Isle of Man. But if those passengers did come back to the Isle of Man, would they be in the same situation as you? They wouldn't have been able to land the plane due to fog. Well, Sue, it's lovely to have you back here.
Thank you very much.
Lovely back
it's nice
here
to be back.
in
I
the
didn't think I would
studio.
ever get back.
No, well, Sue is back with us here, and Sue will be reporting for us in April, where she will be doing the Tower of Refuge walk. And
Will
Sue,
I?
Yes, Sue. That's the next time you'll be seeing our Northern correspondent, Sue Fisher.
I have to check my diary.
Absolutely. So, as for me and Sue, lovely to have you back. Thank you for joining us here for this special lunchtime news. And join me and Maureen back in Douglas on Saturday morning. Good afternoon from me.
Good afternoon from me.
Good afternoon.